Number 3 best district in the Philadelphia Metro. So Lower Merion School District is in Lower Merion Township and also Narberth Borough. It services about 60,000 plus people. Now that doesn't mean there's 60,000 students. There's about 9,000 students that attend Lower Merion. We got 6 elementary schools, you got 2 middle schools and 2 high schools as well. Every single one of these schools has achieved and is rewarded with the nationally recognized School of Excellence and also the Blue Ribbon Award for Education. Now, what makes a school highly ranked? If you've seen any of our other videos, it's ranked strictly, literally on test scores. How proficient are they with the math, science? How proficient are they with reading? Look, what are you teaching me and what did I learn? That is certainly important and most of the reason why they are ranked the way they are. With that being said, the overall student experience in Lower Merion is also highly ranked. Usually they're coupled together. Great test scores equals a great student experience, but it's not always the case. Even school districts with the lower test scores are still give a great student experience. Teachers that do care and they have a lot of heart and they give it all. And I know the students try very hard too. So Lower Merion has a 94% rate of graduates. Now that doesn't mean, I think it's more like 98% of people that actually go to Lower Merion will graduate, but 94% of those will go on to higher education. Lower Merion ranks in Pennsylvania one of the highest of the Merit National Honors. They also have some of the highest SAT and PSAT scores in the entire state, also the entire country versus on a national level as well. Lower Merion has a very comprehensive instructional program, so they're able to suit and fit the needs of all students at all levels of learning, different styles of learning, different types of learning. Those with special needs, be it needing a little extra help, or those with special needs on the other end of the scale, with AP courses, and gifted students. That's what they used to call them. Well, now I'm dating myself. When I went to school, if you were gifted or enriched. But aren't we all gifted and enriched? Look, a lot of people don't learn the same way. Well, Lower Merion understands that, and they are hyper-focused on making sure they're fitting the needs of each of their students. What's really neat about Lower Merion, as well as a lot of the other schools on the main line, is they have this world language. What's really neat about Lower Merion and most of the other schools on the main line and in the metro area is they have development of languages as well. So they offer study courses in different languages. So you wanted to learn French? Come on over to Lower Merion. You want to learn Spanish? We got you covered. Now, Lower Merion has more than 500 extracurricular activities between athletics and after-school clubs and programs that are available through in conjunction with the township. You got over 600 people working with Lower Merion and for Lower Merion, and there's some great people there. More than 80% of those fine folks have higher education, a master's degree or above. Now those are the teachers. You got about another 500 support staff as well. Now Lower Merion has one of the lowest student-to-teacher ratios nationally in the state, and it's 11-to-1. Now, to be clear, the amount of students in a classroom with a teacher isn't necessarily 11-to-1. It's around double that, so it could be 20 or 22 or somewhere in and around that. The 11-to-1 ratio, or the ratio that we're using, is how many staff versus the students. Staff versus students. So the amount of student and staff ratio. That's one of the lowest, which is great, which one makes the best student experience. Also gives them a highly ranked. So Lower Merion is ranked very high with one of the best places to work. Now, I think it has a lot to do with those high salaries. I mean, who doesn't like to get paid for what they're worth, right? And get paid a lot for it. They are one of the highest paid districts, but for right reason, because of what they're producing with these well-paid but well-deserved salaries. So we mentioned earlier we got 10 schools. So Lower Merion is currently and just finished part of a capital expenditure program. So basically what I'm trying to say here is they've got forward thinking. They're not sitting around waiting until their classrooms are busting at the seams and now let's go ahead and make some more room and more space for incoming students or all the new students we have. they are anticipating and using that anticipation to grow their facilities. So instead of coming up and adding modulars, which all schools have to do it at some time, and for whatever reason, during construction or just a need arises, they are building and have built and have the space to allow this influx of students and staff alike. So the two high schools, Lower Merion and Harrington, have like some of the coolest things going on. There's a 800 seat theater. There's a greenhouse. They've got state-of-the-art science laboratories. They've got high-performance athletic studios. They've got a TV studio. They've got MIDI. What is that, you ask? Well, I had to look that one up because it's pretty neat. Musical Instrument Digital Interface. Man, try to say that 5 times fast. So it's like its own little city. These high schools are just amazing. And I'm just talking about the high schools. You got to check out the middle schools and all the elementary schools too. Speaking of checking out, if you wanted a tour, you just call the school. They'll give you a tour. A great website located there. They've got some virtual tours on there. Heck, if you wanted us to get into the school and take a tour for you, we would do that for you. Just hit that comment button and we'll make it happen. So I want to mention that Lower Merion has this is also highly ranked. It's a Moody rating, and it's not because the people are moody there, or the students are moody. They've got superior fiscal strength and stewardship. So they're really well run. So the tax dollars are hard at work. The money that comes in and the budget that they have provided for it is great. Now niche.com gives Lower Merion an A+. I mean, in all categories, and they're looking at the development of the students, the rankings, the what are the people in the street saying, the actual thoughts of the students, the actual comments of the parents. They also interview the staff. They look at the rankings as far as the test scores go. Lower Merion also has the music program, which I mentioned a bit ago, MIDI. It is world-renowned to come to Lower Merion to study music. So you've heard of the Olympics, right? Well, I'm not saying if you go to Lower Merion, you'll go to the Olympics, but what I am saying is there's the National Science Olympiad. So if you know anything about the National Science Olympiad, well, Lower Merion has won it every single year. I think they missed 1 year. They must have been slacking. No, just kidding. But what's the point I'm trying to make is Lower Merion has this wonderful blend of education and fun and after school and before school and during school, but they prioritize music and science and reading and math all as one. So it's not music's extracurricular. It's part of our curriculum. So we boasted about Lower Merion's music. What about their excellence in sports? Well, at each level in the middle school and the high school, they're nationally ranked as well. So Lower Merion's administration building is located in Ardmore. That's right at the beginning or the end, depends on how you look at it, of the main line, the train line. It's in the top 30, actually the top 25 of the best place to go to school, best place to teach. Overall excellence, also ranked one of the safest school districts. Now, Lower Merion is in Montgomery County. Well, the county, I should say, ranks it #1 school in the county, #1 school experience, #1 place to teach, #1 place to go to school, best in sports, best in music, best in extracurricular activity. Are you seeing, did I say that right? Extracurricular. Say that 5 times fast. Are you seeing a pattern here? Number one. All right, let's break it down quick here as we roll along. The elementary schools, we've got Merion Elementary, we've got Kinwood, or is it Kinwood? Kinwood Elementary? I think it's Kinwood. We got Penn Valley, we got Penn Wynn, and Belmont Hills. Middle schools, we got Bala. Check out our Bala Kinwood video as well. Got Welsh Valley. And we're rounding out our wonderful school district of Lower Merion with the high schools. We got Harrington High and Lower Merion High School. Now, which one of those is better? So depending on where you live in the district, you're going to go to one of these schools or not. So it's really hard to say which one's better. Honestly, the district is run just the way that it should be, and it's as a single uniform process. So I'm sure if you ask some people, they would give you your opinion. Oh, this high school is better than that, or the middle school, you have to go to Bala versus. But Honestly, they're all highly ranked as far as individual schools, which then leads into this master ranking, let's call it. We've got a 97% graduation rate. 94 of those graduates are going on to higher education. And some of the major higher institutions, some of the most prestigious, are looking for a graduation of high school from Lower Merion and a lot of our surrounding Philadelphia metro schools. So what are they studying when they get to college? Got business, got biology, psychology, poli-sci, that's political science for those of you who don't know fancy abbreviations. Also pre-med. Got nursing in there, finance. All right, so all in all, Lower Merion, I really can't say enough good things about it. What about some bad things about it? There really isn't much out there. Now, each case of negative publicity, let's say, is case specific. Certainly, not everyone is going to have a 100% wonderful experience 100% of the time. I mean, just look around you. Can't please everybody, right? But all in all, on all the major websites, on all the people on the street, the boots on the street, all agree that Lower Merion is the best or one of the best school districts on the main line in the Philadelphia area. Well, if you are thinking of moving to the Philadelphia area, definitely want to check out our home buying guide and our home selling guide here. Grab yourself a copy. They are free, put together by yours truly, and they are shown down in the notes below. Check out this video here, Living in Philadelphia, What Are the Neighborhoods? Once again, thank you so much for checking out our channel, Living in Philadelphia, and watching this video. We'll look to see you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody.